Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is the HydragonsBreath, welcoming you back to Jingle Thunder. Merry Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful day. It's probably snowing somewhere in the world, but not where I am. Where I am, it's raining. It's raining 88mm shells from the skies. And MG-34s. These are the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. These little anti-aircraft MG-32. I'm pretty sure these are MG-34s. They're the lighter ported version with the smaller magazines that they were issued to air troops and mostly put on planes, I believe. And sometimes tanks as anti-aircraft defense. But ignoring the fun part in the room, or rather getting to the elephant in the room, this is the Nashorn, literally the rhinoceros in German, the Nashorn. Is the rhinoceros, a very lightly skinned but heavily armed tank destroyer. This is one of the most heavily armed tank destroyers that ever came into German service. It is armed with the PaK-43 gun, the best anti-tank weapon in World War II, a massive 88mm with an enormous barrel, a very large breech, and a huge round. Now, these rounds are stowed in the underside of this vehicle and in the side, so ammo racking is definitely a possibility, but not that you'll even have to care about that because your armor is nothing, and you're open-topped. So, the whole point with this tank is not to get looked at, ever, and it's entirely possible to do that, number one, because of your depression. You have, what does it say, -5 degrees of depression? No, that can't be accurate. Alright, well, that's just not true, because this thing can depress very well. I guess, is that like, fake? I don't know. But, this thing can depress very well, and your armor is angled to cope for that. As well as having, you're not going to resist 50 caliber machine guns from the air or from the ground, but, if you're angled like this, you do have a small chance of bouncing them, machine guns. And unlike most tank destroyers, you do have a pair of MGs to help you out. But, since I've realized recently that the Germans, basically, there's no point in playing at 5.7 with the Germans, because you're going to be brought up to 6.3 anyway, we're going to show you the big dogs today. We're going to be playing the Jagdpanther, the Jagdtiger, and the Nashorn. We're going to play the Nashorn out last, or first. It's entirely dependent on what map we get. If we get an urban map, we're going to play the Tiger 2P out first, then the Nashorn, and then probably the Jagdpanther. If we get a tank destroyer friendly map, we're going to play the Nashorn out first, then the Jagdpanther, then the Jagdtiger. So, without further ado, and yes, I know, everyone's screaming about the Italians. Yes, I have them. Yes, they're all uploaded. And yes, there will be videos coming out on all 6 vehicles currently in the game, or 7, or some stuff like that, but again, later video. I also have new boats in the American, Russian, and German trees. Again, all videos to come out soon. I promise. I absolutely promise. Maybe I'll do a double today, I'm not sure, but I apologize for being remiss in my jobs thus far. Christmas has hit me rather hard, and I feel about as good as if I'd taken one of these 88mm to the chest. I don't feel all that great. Actually, I feel terrible. Not in a sick way, just in like a oh my god, it's Christmas and I feel bad way. But it's been a good year. I hope it has for the rest of you. And I've been doing my best to end it off in the absolute most enjoyable of ways. Playing the Germans at high tier. If I could get into a game. I don't know why. I've been playing like all day to try and get this Nashorn. And doing great. I mean, I went on some serious... Every time I play the Jagdpanther and I get things like Maginot Line, I just get reminded of how deadly that thing is when you put it behind a hill. It's almost unkillable. You can kill things almost 2 tiers above you and not have to worry about anything coming back to kill you. Truly is scary, but this is domination on Poland. We are playing out on the hilly side of this map with that long-barreled 88. And we're going to be doing our best to take down enemies at long range. The Nashorn's penetration is minimal with its high explosive, down to 13mm, so we're probably going to load up about 20, yeah, let's go with 20 rounds of the AP, which can penetrate 235 millimeters of armor, making it a very high penetration gun. Obviously, it's the 88. But, okay, yeah, we are high in the tiers, boys. This thing's, its directional is not bad. It's about the same as the Jagdpanther, maybe a little bit less. But let's look at that depression. Okay. I guess they weren't lying. It's 5 degrees, but, I guess for a gun that is this long range, you don't really have to worry about it. Especially if we're up here where we're already aiming down a little bit and we're at range, so the shell has a bit of time to drop. But then again, the velocity on this kind of cancels out the drop factor. Wow. We are also quite fast. Whoa, whoa, Centurion Mark 10. That's not... That is some... Okay, yep, nope, we're running away. Oh, Lord almighty. Nope, I can't do this. This I cannot do. We're going to take a wider berth. Jesus, this has annihilated us. Not surprising. It's a Stritzwagen and a Centurion Mark friggin' 10. I'm surprised they didn't one-shot us, but it's probably because Warthunder, no armor is best armor. There we go. They're just gonna keep shooting our crew until we die eventually. Yep, we have 2 crew left. If they shoot a single crew member, we are dead. Oh God. God almighty Jesus, let me please pass this field. Die. Take my MGs. See, they can fire through the back as much as they want, and it will not matter. And last round. No? They're saving it for when I turn? Great, because I'm not turning until I get all the way out past these houses. And again, I can afford to go out this far just because of the penetration on this gun. Alright, have you all buzzed off? Get it? Because I'm using buzzsaws. The machine guns, obviously. Let me see. Where can we stop where we can get good visuals but not be seen? Right behind these trees? Seems like a very Nashorn place. There's that Centurion. Now, if we can come back and pen him from the side. There's another Centurion. And I can't see him from here. Mark 5 AVRE. Now, I realize if that thing shoots us, we are absolutely dead. But I also realized that... No, nothing. Nothing on that one. It's an ARL-44. We should be able to penetrate him. Come on. Maybe I'm just at a bad angle. I should change that. Alright, there we go. Long range on this SPG. Alright, fire away. Oh, we hit a track. We hit the underside of his tank. I don't think he's going to be able to hit us, but I do believe we can go through the upper cheek. This is a Ho-Re prototype, as far as I can tell, so we're just going to send that away. Okay, gun barrel taken out. This is probably going to be an issue. Alright, we're going to be firing a little bit farther to the back. About there. Miss. Probably, again, a little too far ahead. The problem with these MGs is that they cannot fire directly forward. You have to be a little bit angled to the side like that. But, that shouldn't be too much of an issue as long as we can get closer. It's a T-28. Oh, God. It's a Turtle of Doom. Oh. Okay, I'm surprised he didn't shoot at us. Guess he just wanted to die. Or maybe he wanted to spot us. Either way, he failed. Alright, we got plenty of stuff over here, but I'm not seeing anything that we can... Oh, FV 4005. It's a barn. Okay, Jesus Christ. Carniveron. Ah, man. I guess we are just a little bit too high on the tiers. Maybe I shouldn't have done this. But, you know what? I have the APCR with the Jagdpanther. I can deal with a T-29. With one T-29 at least. Or T-28. It's T-44 right there. Alright. I don't have to worry about him yet. Alright. We're going to go into C and roll in with this larger heavy tank. I'm still scared of the Carniverons and such, so I think I'm going to load up APCR for my second shot. Even though, you know, generally as a Tiger 2 you don't survive past your first shot, so... We're going to load AP, and if we can penetrate, we can penetrate. If we can't, we're dead. That's generally how it is. We seem to be losing by a significant amount, so we're going to try and turn this battle around and take C while the enemy is trying to keep B. We're going to be that guy who comes in and makes their problems infinitely worse for them. Hey, buddy. Goodbye. Alright, there should be a TD right here. Oh god, it's an FE 4005. Tree, get out of my way. Ah. Too late on the trigger pull, too low on the target. Ooh, and a good shot by him right into my turret. Alright, well, good job. Good job. I can't attack that very well. Yeah, Panther. I just got filters for this, so it actually has a very good get-up rate now, so we could use this more as an assault tank than just a defensive sniper. But we are going to win this. I'm going to win this. I refuse to just lay down and die. There we go. I shot him. I don't think I killed him. And he's going to easily be able to kill me if he finds me, but let's take down this guy first. God, my wrists are tensing up now. I get all nervous when I record, okay? Okay, well, holy shit, that didn't do a damn thing. Jet warfare. Isn't it just such a beauty? Don't head on. Alright, we're going to A. If that's a Tiger 2 P, we could take him out just by shooting his turret. This gun could definitely take care of that, no problem. There's a jet above us. Oh, Jesus Christ. He's going for the Crusaders and the anti-aircraft, mostly. Alright. We're just going to charge right in, see if we can find his side and penetrate it. Put this big old filter round right into him. There he is. I can see him. Yep, he's going to the right. He's going to his right, our left, so we're going to go right on his side. And 3, 2, 1, turn in. Ow. I did not see that. I did not see that. My bad. My bad. Excuse that. Excuse it. My bad. Terrible, terrible decision. Okay, so we changed back to just using the Nashorn as our max BR vehicle. My bad. Let me change all that out real quick. 5.3 change to 4.7. Choose crew. Choose. 4.7. Choose crew. Choose. Yes. 4.3. Choose crew. Choose. Okay, now that is our max BR vehicle. And we won't have to worry about anything else, right? We're not going to get shafted at 6.3 again, are we? Yes, we absolutely are. Ooh, American Desert. Not a good map for this. Very, very bad map for this. But we can go to A. There's one thing. We can go to A. A has 1 or 2 long sight lines to fire across. Oh, man, I'm starting to not like this vehicle. I mean, I like the reload rate. I don't like the fact that it has very limited depression. That annoys me from a German tank destroyer that has a free-floating gun. Alright, off to A. I like the speed as well. It feels like a very fast vehicle. It's just not armored how it should be, and not armed. Well, it's armed perfectly fine, but I wish these MGs could fire forward, and I wish that this thing had just a little bit more armor. 25 millimeters in the front. Universally would be pretty nice, you know, so no 50 cals can kill me. And, I don't know. The reload rate's good, though. I do like the reload. And, see if we can just break this wall here. And again, I have to flank with this because I can't count on bringing this gun into position fast enough because of its, well, limited traverse and limited crew survivability, as the first shot will most likely take out literally all of us. But we do have 5 crew members, which is nice. Just no turret. And they're already there without us. Speed is really, it's really good for something this heavy. Come on. It's just a minor incline. I'm pretty sure this thing is on a Panzer IV chassis. It looks like it, because it's got the little small road wheels, and then the back and the rear looks like it. And you know, it looks like the front of it looks like the back of a Jagdpanzer 38T, but it's way wider than that is, so it cannot be that. Dicker Max. Old enemy. There we go. Kein mehr Dicker Max. Is he dead? Yep, he's dead. Another good kill. There we go. That's how you bring that gun to bear. Just take and pull before they do. It's all about speed, and my reaction time is terrible right now. There's an M18, there's an M4A2 right there. Jagdpanzer 38T. Oh wow, we just took that like a beast. I like it. I don't know where that that M18 is, and it concerns me. So I'm going to hide right here, actually. Okay, I don't see anything. That means there's nothing, right? Alright. So I don't know where he went. There's an Nashorn right there. Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord. Come on. Reload faster than his crew. Come on out. Alright, there we go. Well, we damaged some of his crew and we damaged his gun barrel, but M6A1 took us out. That is not bad. If we'd played that a little more intelligently, we most definitely could have gotten that kill and taken them both down. But the Jagdpanzer 4.5, we can definitely do this. This thing has a very good gun. Almost a better gun than that has. But not a better reload, I think. It has a similar amount of penetration, but again, not the same. It's a difference between about 232 millimeters of pen versus 178 on this one. I think it also has... You know what, no, I haven't tested the velocities against each other, so I'm not going to say anything about it, because I'm not 100% sure on that one. Ooh. Did anyone know that they still make Coke Vanilla? That stuff is insane. I think they might put something special in that, if you know what I'm saying. Alright, we're gonna smoke up here. Get some dank. And then get into a light bomber. Sweet. Alright. 4 bombs. Lots of targets to choose from. I see a massive grouping right there, so I'm gonna speed up and hit 1, 2, 3, and 4. And maybe... yeah, maybe I'll drop 4 over there. So. There we go. There's an SPAA trying to engage. Turn off. There's 1, there's 2, and we're up and out. Bombs are away. There's 1 kill on the Nashorn. Very nice. There's a critical hit, but no kill. M16 right here, so... The good thing about this thing is that we have a ton of machine guns. Oh, come on. Alright, well, an Ostwind got us down. But no matter, we still have all the points, and we're going to win this game for sure. Mostly because I haven't run out of vehicles yet. Yay. Ooh, that is a nice camo for that French M4. I like that a lot. I sometimes like how some vehicles look with the desert camos. Most of them look friggin' terrible and like ugly as heck, but I don't know. The M4s and such, they just look like they belong with that. They look like... Is that train broken? Oh wait, yeah, I forgot. You can hit the train. Nice try. Hi, buddy. Mind if I body up to you? Oh, I love casemate tank destroyers that are fast. You can gum up on those little... I love that when you can do it to a jumbo and they can't depress their gun and you're just like... Oh my wa. No shinderu. Nani? Oh, take that. How's that feel for a bounce? Doesn't feel good, does it? You know what else don't feel good? Boom. Gun breach. I gotta leave the area, but I will kill you. Well, if I'm gonna kill him, I might as well do it now. I got him again. There we go. Tiger E takedown. Not bad at all. I've earned that reference. I've earned it. If anyone's going to insult me in the comments for it, I earned that reference by being one of the ballsiest TD players on the planet. No fear. No fear in this thing. Ever. There's no fear in this tank, and there's no fear in this tanker. Also, I'm going to get into a plane. Because there's no fear in the skies. Yeah, artillery fire. I'm a tank to... Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, don't mess with God. God will just drop arty right on your ass. We got a crappy Japanese plane here, so... Take a drink on up. SPAA, cruisers. Hit the SPAA with one from long range and going. The cruiser is a Challenger, so Verbelwind Challenger. And the... Ostwind. Alright, the Ostwind got our engine out, but we got a fire on the Verbelwind. And kill assist on the Verbelwind. And we have some damage to our aircraft, but yeah, we're not getting out of this, so we're going to J out. And, okay, we're good. M4A2 got us with his top machine gun. Great. There appears to be literally almost nothing except for spawn camping going on now, so I'm going to jump into another plane. And, you know, dank up the battlefield, because victory requires smoke. Always. That's why they call it a victory smoke. Alright, we actually have cannons on this, so we're going to go straight at that cruiser tank and shoot it from behind. Yes, there's caffeine in this Coke. Yes, it's going to make me speak faster. I don't care. This is fun. Yahoo! Cruiser tank from the side. It's Challenger. His back rear armor should be easy enough to penetrate. Oh. Apparently it wasn't. That there's a Kai E high, so let's get over. Ostwind going down. Let's go. And we're coming over. And we're angled right on his top deck, and we're firing. Alright, damage to literally everything except for his gunner. We're doing quite well, so let's get them down in their spawn and let's murder them. Place on team first. How does that make up for the first terrible game, huh? Have some patience. Have some goddamn patience. But seriously, though, that was not bad. 6 kills, 4 kill assists, and 12 critical hits. 22 hits in all, for a total of 1,900 XP. And, yeah, as you can see, we're working on the Stewer in Mill. Which, actually, we're not going to take a look at right now, because... Actually, no, we are going to take a look at it right now. The Stewer in Mill. How long I have waited to test out this little Hitleristic contraption. This is an insane idea that works well in Warthunder. And also, apparently, according to the history of this vehicle, worked well in real life as well. So, just to give you a little backstory, and if you want to skip to the regular game, you can skip ahead, but just to give you some backstory because I have some extra time, the Stewer Mill is a 128mm toting tank destroyer. Turretless, casemated. And this was developed because Hitler has a problem with his dick being smaller than Joseph Stalin's. So he just has to make it a little bit bigger than the ISU 122. And what results is 2 vehicles, the Stewer Mill and its sister vehicle. So this was technically a prototype that was sent directly into service because, you know, they needed it. Or, well, maybe it was a working prototype. It wasn't really like a paper thing. It was more of a working concept that they were testing out. And test it out they did. The first vehicle, the sister vehicle, the one that wasn't actually technically named the Stewer Mill, was destroyed by her own crew after only a couple of battles. But this one, or the one that they can base most historical records off of, was captured by the Soviet Union after the Battle of Kursk. Or soon thereafter the Battle of Kursk. I don't know if it actually participated at Kursk. But the Germans, as you know, would mark their barrels with little white marks, at least the tank destroyers would, to mark how many tank kills they had achieved. And the prototype tank scored 32 kills that were marked on its barrel. 32 to 35 kill stripes. Which means that at the Battle of Kursk, and in its couple, and I mean couple, only a few other times had it seen combat, it had scored 35 to 34 kills. Which is impressive for a single tank destroyer with a single crew. And its method for doing so was this. A huge, huge gun. And negative 15 degrees of gun depression, which I will show to you later. But unlike most of the earlier vehicles that I showed you for those thin-skinned TDs, this one actually has not terrible armor. 50 millimeters at the front, all flat, and then 50 millimeters covered by 20 millimeter tracks at kind of its weak points, so that no 20 millimeter machine guns or anything like that can go through 70 millimeters of armor. So, very powerful vehicle. It actually has a much smaller crew compartment, and whether that's good or bad is up to you. If you're a plane and you're trying to shoot, you're going to have a harder time hitting anything that isn't the breach. But if you're a tanker and you're trying to kill everything, you're going to have a harder time. Well, you're going to have an easier time killing the gunner. But the commander and loader are on the other side, so you won't kill commander and loader or commander and gunner with one hit. On top of that, there's also 5 crew members. And even more on top of that, you could just hit the driver. It can go through here, explode, and not actually kill the gunner. So, with all that in mind, let's look at the rounds that we have today. We have the Panzergranat APBC armor-piercing capped shell with 550 grams of explosive mass, 226 millimeters of penetration, and a Springer L45 packing 3.7 kilograms with 45 millimeters of penetration. And yes, that means you can kill a T-3485 from the side with high explosive, which may tickle your feathers or not. That's entirely depending on who you are. For me, I find it hilarious to blow up a T-34 with high explosive, but to each their own. And I'll show you in a test drive why I like this thing so much. So we're going to change out the high explosive for our first round, since we can actually use it, and then the APBC for our second. Now, in case you were wondering, no, this is not the same exact gun that is used on the mouse. As you can see, there are some obvious visual differences, not between the breech, but on the barrel itself. This muzzle brake, it's also significantly shorter. This was a conversion done off of the towed anti-tank version of this 128mm gun, which was discontinued for the obvious reason that it's incredibly large, heavy, long, and unnecessary, considering the other German guns you have at the time. Let me just pop that off. Boom, 45mm of pen, no issue breaking through that little T-26, and blowing it to Kingdom Come. But as I said, this was developed off of the PAC 44, and the Mouse's gun was actually, I think, a PAC 60, so a much longer but smoother looking version of this gun. And let's just look at the no, back up a little bit. Obviously, as you saw, this thing has some very good forward speed. Not so great on the traverse, only 10 or 15 degrees to each side. But if you are to look, and let's just take a look at the depression. Alright, that's down to its lowest. The gun is out of the tank. We are behind a hill, so in theory you could fire from this angle. Now, hitting that angle seems fine from 100 yards, but try 1,500 meters where this gun is still a very terrible threat. Not to mention increasing the armor values, it will also make this gun very dangerous over hills. So, if you were to, say, crest a hill, you can aim almost directly down on your target and not have to worry about missing all that much. So let's just fire from this position at, say, this T-34. As you can see, the T-34 is gone. The T-34 is gone. I missed with the high explosive. Damn it all to hell, this went perfectly in the trial run. Ugh. But, yeah, as you can see, there's a chance of penetration here, and then once you go lower, it really does get to be dangerous for the crew. So let's just fire there, I guess. That was where I fired last time, and it seemed to work all types of fine. Boom. Alright, there we go. It will always usually start a fire, but it won't always kill the crew. The first time, it just blew up that, it just blew up that fuel tank and killed them all. But this is going to be the APBC on this T-44 and on the KV-2. My crew on this is not trained, so I'm not going to try for the T-10, even though, you know, that shot would be great. I'm probably not going to hit it, but I'm going to try here for my first round. But as you can see, this is a very good casemate TD. Yeah, no. We're a little too far away for this lower velocity gun to penetrate, but there is a very high penetration round, not this one, but the other one. It's an APBC, APBC BC. It's like an armor-piercing capped, ballistic capped, which is the same one that the mouse uses. I'm just gonna pull the trigger there on this T-44. Now, obviously, I didn't even aim very well for that. It popped up a little bit, and it was still a great kill. And finally, this KV-2 should be no issue whatsoever. So the amount of explosive mass behind these rounds makes them very forgiving, and the amount of penetration allows you to keep up that unforgiving and pretty much unrelentless damage over long ranges. That was a little low. Okay, well, that's just a pain in the ass. But, as you can see, very dangerous vehicle, very versatile vehicle, and more survivable than you would expect from a turretless tank destroyer. Now, I did do something earlier that I want to try and recreate. I scored a kill on an IS-4M with high explosive, and I'll tell you how I did it, even if I'm not able to recreate it. But it was a pretty scary thing to watch. That the amount of high explosive, 3.7 kilograms of boom, pretty much just blew the IS-4M's turret right off. And this is from the front. You didn't have to fire from behind or anything. There's a little. It's a bit like the shot trap, except that it explodes on top of a hatch, and you'll see what it does. If I can get it to do it, of course. But as you saw, the reload is not as good as on the 88mm. Of course, obviously, your loader is dealing with a much larger round with a two-piece primer, I might add. These are not single-piece rounds. They go, if I can click O, it has the primer, the charge up front, and then the round in the back. So it's propellant, and then it's target fuse. And speaking about that, the mouse actually had 3 separate charges that it could use: a light, a medium, and a heavy. The light and medium were designed for artillery work, and then the heavy round was fulfilling its anti-tank role, meaning that all of these rounds would be heavy in nature, as this was a designated tank destroyer. So let us just aim very, very carefully. There we go. You can get to the very tiniest bit of ammo with this high explosive, and you can kill the IS-4M. I keep wanting to say the T-10, but the T-10 is all the way down there. So let's just see if we can't score off the rest of these rounds for the last part of this video. And as usual, guys, it's been a pleasure. I will never get tired of playing the Germans. I'm very upset that I wasn't able to play the high-tier Germans today very well for you guys, but I got to play them, which is just always a pleasure, I know. So we're going to fire about there. Let's say there. And I don't know if this is going to go through or if it's going to do some weird bouncing stuff. There we go. Perfect round. And last round for the day, or rather last round for this video. As I said, I will be trying to get out a second video, but I don't know about the possibility of that happening. I don't know how conscious I'm going to be in about 30 minutes. But we're going to see. But I hope you guys had a Merry Christmas. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And failing that, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Merry Christmas.